Well, we got a big breakdown on the Annecy Animation Film Festival, and it turns out Creature Commandos are going to be front and center. They also gave us a first look at the logo. Let's take a couple minutes to break down all the Creature Commandos news, when we're going to get our big peek into the new series, and dive into the new and updated logo. Now, before we do that though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos, and we want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it truthfully and transparently so you are in the know. Well, we've been wondering for a long time when we're going to get our first look at Creature Commandos, and now it turns out we got a huge update. Now, in about a month, we're going to dive into the Annecy Film Festival, which is an animation festival that we're all kind of hoping for a little bit of Young Justice news, but earlier today we found out Creature Commandos is going to be front and center. Now, WB Animation is going to have a panel, and that panel is going to dive into the new series and give people in attendance a first look. So we're finally going to find out a little about the series. Now, as far as the description for the panel, it's pretty straightforward, and it reads, from executive producer and writer James Gunn, Creature Commandos is the upcoming Max Originals animated event series based on DC characters and produced by DC Studios and Warner Brothers. Animation will follow Amanda Waller as she forms a Black Ops team out of monstrous prisoners. Prepare for an in-depth look from Rick Morales and Yalik Yves into the artistry and creative process behind the highly anticipated series, kicking off a new era of storytelling in the DC universe. Now, there's a lot to peel away right here because they gave us a huge clue on what's going on. It says the series will follow, quote, Amanda Waller as she forms a Black Ops team out of monstrous prisoners, meaning this group is very much an extension of Task Force X and will fold nicely into some of those existing storylines. We know Waller has her own upcoming series, and one of these characters is already crossing over into Peacemaker. That's Rick Flag Sr., and not to mention Steve Agee is returning as John Economos. So all the threads connecting the two shows are completely there. This kind of approach probably makes sense, not complicating the story any more than necessary and leaning what fans already know probably is a great idea for Gunn and crew. Now, along with the description, we got the official logo, and although it does resemble the comic logo, it's definitely its own thing. Check it out. I have to say, I completely like the logo. It's pretty straightforward and does give us a little bit of a tone of the show, but it was what we were expecting. Now, hopefully at the film festival, we'll get a release date. Right now, James Gunn and the rest of the crew seem to be sticking to the 7-episode series, dropping on Max sometimes towards the end of the year. Many have suggested this could mean a Halloween release, which would be kind of perfect considering the content. But quite honestly, I think James Gunn and the rest of the crew are more focused on getting the show right than meeting a deadline for a holiday like Halloween. Obviously, we're going to follow Creature Commandos pretty closely. The show is going to be the kickoff for the new DCU, and I think a huge success here will calm a lot of fears, so hopefully this lands with a big win. But we're going to have to wait and see.